Donald Trump was on the brink of bankruptcy. Everyone thought he was finished. But in his most powerful motivational speech, he revealed the secret to turning it all around and achieving victory. Trump's story is a vivid testament that even in the worst circumstances, with determination and willpower, you can completely turn things around. Just like those who have built legendary success. When you think of success, names like Microsoft and Google often come to mind. But what do these giants have in common? They were built by people who dare to go against the tide. It's not easy. It might feel like you have no chance, like the world is against you. But here's the key. Never quit. Never. If you're the kind of person who gives up at the first hurdle, this message isn't for you. Stop watching now. But if you're ready to fight, to push forward when others stop, then you're the kind of person who can achieve greatness. Donald Trump knows this firsthand. He's a businessman, a politician, and the 45th president of the United States. In 2017, Forbes listed him as the 544th wealthiest person in the world with a net worth of $3.5 billion. His presidential campaign captured global attention like no other, breaking records for media coverage. Trump's life is a living example of bold moves, risk-taking, and the relentless drive to win. And in his speeches, he delivers not just advice, but a powerful call to action that makes you believe you can overcome anything. So what's the secret? When asked for advice, Trump often emphasizes one word: knowledge. But knowledge, as he explains, isn't just about reading books or getting degrees. It's about experience, learning from challenges, making mistakes, and growing stronger. The harder you work, the luckier you get, he says. Luck might play a role, but it's hard work that creates the opportunities others call lucky breaks. Trump's story from the 1990s illustrates this perfectly. The financial world was collapsing, debt markets were in chaos, and bankruptcy was everywhere. His friends, his competitors, even his enemies, many were going under. But Trump didn't. He worked harder, thought smarter, and refused to quit. The times were terrible, he admits, but I kept going. That perseverance didn't just save his business. It cemented his reputation as someone who thrives under pressure. And here's another surprising insight. Trump doesn't do it for the money. In his book, The Art of the Deal, he begins with a line that might shock you. I don't do it for the money. For him, success is about passion. It's about loving what you do so much that the money becomes secondary. Trump says, if I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it. He enjoys the challenge, the game, the thrill of creating something big. And because he loves it, he's good at it. It's this passion that keeps him going through the good days, the bad days, and everything in between. Trump believes this principle applies to everyone. If you're in it just for the money, it probably won't work, he says. Passion is the key. He often advises friends to leave high-paying but unfulfilling careers for something they truly enjoy. Even if the new path seems less lucrative at first, they'll do better in the long run because they'll care more, work harder, and ultimately succeed. Going against the tide is another core belief of Trump's. It's a bold move, and it doesn't always work. You have to be smart to go against the tide, because you're competing with a lot of smart people. He warns, but when it works, the rewards are enormous. It's about taking calculated risks, thinking differently, and finding opportunities where others see obstacles. For Trump, success is not just a series of achievements, it's a mindset. It's about resilience, passion, and the ability to adapt. He believes that anyone can rise above challenges if they have the right attitude and a relentless work ethic. Whether you're starting your own business, building a career, or chasing a dream, the principles are the same. Never quit, work hard, and love what you do. So as you listen to this message, ask yourself, are you ready to go against the tide? Are you ready to turn hard work into opportunity and passion into success? Because if you are, As Trump says, the possibilities are endless. Imagine standing at a crossroads, staring down a path that feels impossible, yet filled with promise. Success isn't easy, and it never comes without risk. Donald Trump, a name synonymous with ambition and bold moves, understands this better than most. From his towering buildings in New York to his global influence as the 45th President of the United States, Trump has built his life on going against the tide and winning. Whether in business, politics, or personal growth, his message is clear. If you want to achieve greatness, you must have the courage to push forward, no matter the odds. Trump often points to the icons of our time: Microsoft, Google, and the people behind them. So many who have hit it big, he says, have gone against the tide. It's not just about intelligence or luck. It's about confidence, boldness, and determination. You have to believe in yourself, he emphasizes. But he doesn't sugarcoat the truth. Very few people can pull it off. But when you do, it's incredible. He draws a parallel to the world of real estate, where timing and bold decisions are everything. When others are selling, you're buying. And when the tide changes, you're ready. It's a principle that applies universally. The takeaway: never stop moving forward, even when the odds seem impossible, even when everything around you says it's over. Don't quit. If you're a quitter, Trump warns, stop watching right now. You'll never make it. With a touch of humor, Trump reflects on his own endless drive. You own incredible casinos, hotels, and skyscrapers in New York City, and now you're planning the tallest building in the world. When is enough enough? Trump's response is as straightforward as his style. You just keep going. Life is short. You find a balance by doing what you love. His secret? Passion. I love what I do. I hope I do it well. And so far it's paid off. But what about intelligence? When asked if he's smarter than other entrepreneurs, Trump doesn't boast. Instead, he credits success to a combination of innate intelligence and unrelenting drive. Without both, you won't succeed, he says. He then recounts a story about a friend who had big dreams, but very little money. This friend insisted on flying first class, not for the luxury, but because it made him feel successful. I used to criticize him, Trump admits, but it put him in the right mindset, and he became incredibly successful. The lesson? Whatever it takes to train your mind for success, do it. Trump also takes a realistic approach. While he champions positive thinking, he warns against blind optimism. You can't just walk around thinking everything's wonderful, he says. That's not how the world works. Instead, he advises preparing for challenges. Think about the obstacles before they come, so when they do, you're ready. Perhaps the toughest question Trump addresses is one that resonates with many. How do you know if you're cut out to be an entrepreneur? For him, it's one of the hardest decisions in business. Leaving a stable job with a steady paycheck to start your own business. It's a huge risk, he says. You're not just risking your wealth. You're risking your health, your family's health, everything. The answer, he says, lies within. You have to feel it in your gut. Can you handle the pressure? Can you deal with the endless problems that will come your way? Handling pressure, for Trump, is an instinctive quality that separates entrepreneurs from everyone else. Not everyone has it, and that's okay. He acknowledges that some highly intelligent people thrive best in stable roles working for others. There's no shame in that. But for those who want to lead and build something extraordinary, resilience under pressure is a non-negotiable trait. Pressure can break people, he says. But if you can handle it, you can achieve almost anything. Timing, too, plays a critical role. The toughest job in business, Trump says, is knowing when to get out and when to go in. That's where the real risk lies. Success isn't just about hard work or talent. It's about making the right decisions at the right time. And this, he believes, is a skill that comes with experience and a willingness to take calculated risks. Trump doesn't stop at addressing external challenges. He also speaks about internal discipline. His philosophy of staying grounded involves focusing on what truly matters: family, health, and personal values. He sees these as the anchors that keep you steady even when the world feels chaotic. Life is short, he reminds us. Find what drives you, and let it fuel everything you do. This speech isn't just a collection of advice. It's a rallying cry. It challenges you to rise above fear, embrace risk, and trust yourself to make bold decisions. Trump's words resonate because they come from a place of experience. He's lived through the pressures, the setbacks, and the victories. And his message is as simple as it is powerful. If you want to change your life, be prepared to fight for it. Are you ready to take the first step? When people ask Donald Trump about success, he often reflects on what it takes to rise above challenges. Over the years, he's come to understand that one critical factor is the ability to handle pressure. No matter how successful you are, you'll face pressure, he says. Trump observes this in everyone: friends, enemies, and competitors. Some of the smartest people he's known couldn't manage pressure and were better off working for someone else. That's okay, he emphasizes, because not everyone is built for it. But for those who dream of leading and creating something extraordinary, handling pressure is essential. It's almost instinctive, a skill that separates leaders from followers. Trump often jokes about how much pressure he's endured. Who's had more pressure than me? He quips. Over the years, he's faced relentless criticism, even about something as trivial as his hair. I had a great article written about me, he shares, but there was one line that said he was the worst hairpiece I've ever seen. It's not true. It's my real hair. He laughs, but the message is clear. You need to have thick skin. Whether it's about your business or personal life, pressure and criticism are part of the journey. When asked how he handles stress, Trump explains it's about perspective. It doesn't matter, he says. What matters is God, your family, and the truly big things in life. People who obsess over success to the point of being unable to think clearly often sabotage themselves. Trump insists on the importance of staying grounded. You've got to remind yourself that nothing matters as much as your faith, family, and the real priorities. Trump also identifies a major reason why people settle for mediocrity: laziness. I've seen it so many times, he says. People don't want to go the extra step. They know their work won't be great, but they're okay with good or just okay. Settling, in his view, is the enemy of success. Mediocrity is a choice, and it's often rooted in a lack of effort. Family values are another cornerstone of Trump's philosophy. With 5 children, 3 of whom are actively involved in his businesses, he credits much of their success to early upbringing. Trump was relentless in instilling discipline. No drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes, he would tell his kids every time they left the house. Repeat after me, he'd say, much to their annoyance. Ivanka would say, Dad, leave me alone. But I drilled it into their heads. He believes this foundation helped them navigate challenges and avoid pitfalls that can derail success. Trump's personal decision to avoid alcohol stems from a tragic family experience. I had a brother, Fred, he shares. He was the best-looking guy you'd ever seen, but he struggled with alcoholism. It took a toll on his life. Watching his brother suffer left a lasting impact on Trump, shaping his decision to stay away from alcohol entirely. He often tells people, "What are you drinking for? What's the point?" For Trump, staying disciplined and avoiding self-destructive habits has been a key part of his success. Another essential element of Trump's message is preparing for challenges. While he strongly believes in positive thinking, he warns against blind optimism. You can't walk around thinking everything's perfect, he says. That's not how the world works. Instead, he encourages people to think ahead and anticipate problems. When challenges come, and they will, you'll be ready. Trump also addresses one of the toughest decisions people face, whether to leave a stable job and start their own business. It's one of the hardest things to do, he says. You're risking your income, your family's well-being, even your health. The answer lies in self-awareness. You have to know in your gut if you're meant for it. Can you handle the pressure? Can you face the endless problems that will come your way? For Trump, these are the defining questions that separate entrepreneurs from everyone else. Handling pressure isn't easy, but Trump believes it's a skill that can be developed. Pressure can break people, he says, but if you can manage it, you can achieve almost anything. He also emphasizes timing in business. The hardest part is knowing when to get out and when to go in. That's where the real risk is. Success, he explains, isn't just about talent or hard work. It's about making the right decisions at the right time. Throughout his life, Trump has stayed focused on what truly matters. He believes that balancing ambition with personal values is key to staying grounded. Life is short, he reminds us. Find what drives you and let it fuel everything you do. Trump's reflections on pressure, discipline, and perseverance aren't just advice, they're a call to action. His journey, filled with highs and lows, is a testament to the power of resilience. For those willing to take the leap, stay disciplined, and embrace the challenges, success is not just possible, it's inevitable. Are you ready to face the pressure? Donald Trump's story is filled with moments that inspire, challenge, and provoke thought. From his towering buildings in New York City to his influence as a global icon, he has consistently shown that success is about resilience, discipline, and giving back. But what truly stands out is his ability to connect deeply with people. Whether it's through a heartfelt story, a valuable lesson, or a simple yet profound gesture. One of the most personal stories Trump shares is about his older brother, Fred. Fred was the best-looking guy you've ever seen. Trump recalls. He had everything going, an incredible personality, charm, and wit. I've got a bad personality compared to Fred, he jokes. But Fred's struggles with alcoholism left a lasting impact on Trump. He started drinking in college, and it just got progressively worse. Every time I saw him, he'd point at me and say, "Don't you ever drink, and don't you ever smoke." Fred's health and vitality suffered greatly, and his tragic decline became a powerful lesson for Trump. Trump has never touched alcohol or cigarettes, and he credits Fred's advice for shaping his discipline. It wasn't the kind of example most people think of, but it was a lesson nonetheless, he explains. This principle of learning from both triumphs and setbacks defines Trump's approach to life and business. Whether it's listening to family, observing competitors, or adapting to challenges, every experience becomes an opportunity to grow. Trump's generosity is another hallmark of his character. He shares the story of Megan, a young girl with brittle bone disease, whom he met after watching her on a talk show. "I couldn't stop thinking about her," he says. Touched by her story and resilience, Trump sent Megan and her mother a check, ensuring they could enjoy a special experience together. It wasn't just about the money, it was about showing her that she mattered. "You're so beautiful inside and out," he told her. "Keep up that amazing attitude." Stories like Megan's highlight a side of Trump that often goes unnoticed. His ability to uplift and inspire individuals on a personal level. It's not just about his name on buildings or his success in business. Trump has consistently used his platform to make a difference, whether through charitable acts, motivational speeches, or simply encouraging people to believe in themselves. When it comes to branding and marketing, Trump's advice is as straightforward as it is impactful. The first thing is, you need a good product, he says. If you don't have that, forget it. But assuming you do, the key is getting the word out. Trump emphasizes the importance of visibility and communication. "I know people who are more talented singers than Frank Sinatra, but no one knows them because they didn't get their talent out there." His message is clear. Even the best product or talent won't succeed without the right exposure. Trump's approach to branding extends beyond traditional marketing. It's about creating an identity that resonates with people. From his buildings to his ventures, everything he does carries a distinct style that's unmistakably his. He encourages small and medium-sized business owners to think creatively about how they present themselves and to focus on what makes them unique. Stand out, he advises. Find what makes you different and make sure everyone knows it. Beyond branding, Trump believes deeply in persistence. If you want to succeed, you have to handle pressure, he says. No matter how talented or intelligent you are, the ability to stay calm and focused under stress is what separates leaders from everyone else. He recounts his own experiences of facing criticism and challenges, from his business decisions to even his hair. People criticize my hair all the time, he says with a laugh. But you can't let it get to you. You have to move forward. Trump also warns against complacency and mediocrity. I've seen so many people settle because they don't want to go the extra step, he says. They're okay with being good instead of great. For Trump, this lack of ambition is a recipe for failure. Success, he insists, requires relentless effort and the willingness to push beyond comfort zones. But perhaps his most important advice is to stay grounded in what truly matters. At the end of the day, it's about God, family, and the big things in life, he says. You can't obsess over success to the point where you lose sight of what's important. For Trump, maintaining perspective is what keeps him driven yet balanced. Whether it's a heartfelt story about family, a moment of generosity, or practical business advice, Trump's message is one of resilience and belief. Life is short, he reminds us. Find what you love, work hard, and never give up. His words challenge us to dream bigger, act boldly, and always look for ways to inspire and uplift those around us. So, are you ready to take the first step toward your own success story? Success requires action, courage, and the willingness to seize opportunities. Donald Trump, a name synonymous with ambition and achievement, understands this better than most. Reflecting on the many talented individuals he's encountered, Trump shares, "There's one person I think of, truly talented, always practicing, but every time an opportunity like a New York Times interview comes up, they say, 'I'm not ready yet.'" His message is clear. Waiting for perfection holds you back. You gotta get out there and do it, he emphasizes. Success favors those who act boldly, even when the timing isn't perfect. Trump highlights the importance of recognition and exposure. You have to let the press know you exist, he says. Whether it's achieving high ratings for golf courses or accolades in business, success must be shared. It's a long process, he admits, but when you do it right, it's incredibly rewarding. Trump believes that success is not just about personal milestones. It's also about making your achievements known. Another principle Trump advocates for is finding a mentor. A mentor can make a huge difference, he says. He encourages everyone to look around and identify someone they aspire to be like. Having a role model who inspires and guides you is invaluable, he adds. For Trump, learning from others has been a crucial part of his own journey. When asked what it feels like to wake up and be Donald Trump, his response is unexpectedly humble. "I'm honored by the question," he says, "but I don't really think about it that way. I wake up, shave, look in the mirror like everyone else, and head to work. I'm in early, out late, and I work hard." For Trump, success is deeply tied to responsibility. "I employ a lot of people," he explains. "I provide them with education, healthcare, and stability, knowing I'm making a positive impact on their lives. That's what feels truly rewarding." Trump's reflections remind us that success is about more than personal accolades. It's about action, perseverance, and creating opportunities for others. His words inspire us to take bold steps, embrace challenges, and make a meaningful difference in the lives of those around us. Donald Trump has shown us that overcoming adversity is not just a skill, but a choice. If you are ready to take action, face challenges, and never give up, you can change your life. Hit subscribe now to receive more inspirational content, success strategies, and powerful motivation. This is the place to break your limits, conquer challenges, and get closer to your goals. Don't wait. Success begins with your actions today.